Hello everyone, this is FoxOrigins here, and I'm going to be talking about the time I got stung by a stingray. And yes, it fucking hurt. And it wasn't really my fault, but let's not skip to that part. Let's backtrack a bit. I was at my aunt's for the weekend. We were just hanging out, and what we were doing was on the Friday after school that we were going to go to the beach, and I'm like, sure. So what we did was, after I got out of school, I got all my things ready to go to the beach. We went to the beach. I believe it was like Huntington Beach and all. It was a really nice beach, and what I love about it is that it dipped in a bit, and so like the waves would hit you and you're already like, I don't know, the waves seemed a lot more bigger and hit a little bit harder, and that's what I like in a beach. And what was happening was, I was having a good time. My my aunt had boogie boards. I'm like, okay, cool. So me and my cousin were on the boogie boards. We were just enjoying the day. And this was like 2 hours in that we were just on the boogie boards. I handed the boogie board to my aunt, and what I did was I went to go swim out deeper into the ocean. I'm like, oh, okay, because I hate being in the park since I'm so tall. I'm 6'1". So like the water just like halfway going in, it already like barely goes up to like, I want to say, my waist. So it's like, you know what, I'm gonna go farther out. I go farther out, and I'm like, okay, cool. And I've been out here with the big board, I've been fine. So what I do is, like, every time I go, I try and see how far the bottom of the ocean is from me. So I went to go check, and I was kind of hopping around, just enjoying myself. Apparently, I stepped on a stingray, and that's how it got scared and stabbed me with the stinger, and fuck, it hurt. I mean, I thought it was a crab because it felt like two little pinchers like grasping on my foot. I pick up my foot and then start swimming as fast as I could back to the shore. I look at my because I got stung between my big toe and my, I don't know what kind of toe you call it, like the side toe, I guess. This is where I got stung in between that, so it fucking hurt. And I'm like, okay, nothing happened. I'm not bleeding or anything. I'm fine. It was just probably a crab or something. I look around and then look back at the where I got stung, and it was already bleeding. It was like actually leaking. I was like, wow, what did I get stung with? So it was actually hurting because, like, I guess the adrenaline went down. So I was just not really panicking. I was just like, what the fuck happened? I was more confused than actually panicking. And then they were saying that I should go check out the lifeguard and all that, and I'm like, sure, why not? It better to know that than to have myself like, oh, I get stung by say like a jellyfish, you're gonna die, like stuff like that. I would rather check on it just in case. That's the type of person I am. Sometimes I panic, sometimes I don't. It depends on where it happens and when it happens, because sometimes I get very paranoid, but at this situation, due to my friend's advice of me panicking with the ring, I took that advice and I did not panic. Went to the lifeguards, went to go see what stung me, and found out it was a stingray, and that it actually was fucking common. So what I had to do was, the lifeguard told me to go soak my foot in hot water. I'm like, okay, there's a restroom right there. I'm fine. I go over to the restroom, the water's not working. I was like, okay, I'll just go to the next one. Went there, the water wasn't working. I'm like, you know what? How about I just ask a lifeguard? Because there was a lifeguard every so often. I went up to the lifeguard, went to go ask where I was supposed to soak my foot in. They're like, oh, you see that big building? Which is like, I want to say about a half a mile or a mile away from where my original seating was. So I was like, fuck. So what I did was, because it was hurting, of course I don't want to continue stepping on it and like take my time. Of course I'm going to hurry up and not step on it so much so I'm not in pain anymore. So I was rushing over there so I can get this over with and I could go back swimming. Went there and I went into the first aid room, which had no one in it, not a single person to help me with my problem. But I took the advice from the lifeguard. I poured hot water onto my foot, let it, I believe because it had a little poster on the wall, a massive, I wouldn't say poster, but I don't want to say it's a poster, like a billboard or a board, something like that, saying how stingrays and what to do and what not to do and all that. So by that, we can already tell how fucking common it is. So I'm like, okay. So I was reading it on board, like, what happens if you get stung by a stingray? It said yada yada yada, soaking hot water. I'm like, okay, good, I'm doing the right thing. And then it tells about why it's good for it. It apparently breaks up the toxins within the sting, and how it actually hurts more, because all it does is like kind of, I want to say like prick you, because whenever I went to check where it stung me, it wasn't even that big, and I was leaking out blood. It was like, wow. So apparently it adds protein into the sting, or it has protein around its stinger, so whenever it pricks you, it kind of makes it hurt a lot more. So apparently what I read on the board. So I was just soaking it. I had my cousin with me, and what we did was we put a bucket, because it had like clean buckets right there, filled it up with hot water after I got tired of just like pouring the hot water into my foot. I put the hot water in a bucket. I just let my foot sit in there. And apparently, like, I want to say like about 5 to 10 minutes later, a group of 2 girls and a guy came in, and apparently one of the girls have got stung by a stingray. I'm like, oh my god. So I got out of there just fine. It fucking hurt though. I went to go swim, and we were leaving home. So I'm kind of disappointed that probably like 30 minutes to an hour would kind of sacrifice me trying to walk over there, clean it, get it all done with and over with, and going all the way back. So I was really sad that I only got to spend like 3 hours at the beach. But either way, it was a really fun time, except for me getting stung by a stingray, because nobody wants to get stung by a stingray at all. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that story. See you guys next time. This is FoxOrigins signing out.
I'm gonna throw my memories away. Now I feel I'm done, and I'm cursed by every day till my time is gone. I've never felt this way before, and now I know this all for sure. I won't forget your last betray.